What is going on, YouTube? And Great League is finally back. It's been so long. Oh, almost 3-4 weeks now. Ooh, it's so nice. And you know what? Might as well start the Great League off with the legend team. Showcase this team. Let's get into these battles. Azumarill lead. I'm gonna swap right away into my Alolan Ninetales, and there's not swapping out, so that is absolutely amazing. Exactly what you want to see. But let the first move go through, and they try to bait me with the Ice Beam. That does literally no damage. And now I'm gonna throw the Psy Shock here. See what my opponent wants to do. And they actually no shield that, but Azumarill is so tanky that does as much as their Ice Beam, which is ridiculous. So I'm gonna let this one go through too, and it's just another Ice Beam. I don't know, I was just feeling all the bait calls today, so we actually farmed down that Azumarill, and now we have loaded energy, and it's a Granbull. Oh my gosh, a Snarl Granbull at that. So that's even better for us. Honestly, I could have came in with Obstagoon here, but I decided to come in with my Swampert, just because well, we can load up on some energy and we can fire off these Hydro Cannons pretty quickly and probably get the last shield. So first Hydro Cannon coming in, that gets the last shield, and now we just have to outpace the next one, and we do, which is absolutely amazing. I think they were trying to double up. So now we take out the Granbull, and the last Pokemon is a Sableye, and my opponent quits the match. GG's there to my opponent. On to the next match here. We have Obstagoon into Obstagoon. So your matchup, I go straight for the cross shop. There's no sense in baiting, but they swap right away into a Nidoqueen, and they're not even going for Earth Power here. We hard counter them with this Swampert, and we're gonna throw this Hydro Cannon off, do what my opponent wants to do. Oh, I remember this game. I played this game so bad. Wait, this game? No, this is a different game. Okay. Back in comes the Obstagoon, and I should have went double Hydro Cannon here actually instead of going for the EQ. But my opponent shields that, which is very not good for us. So now I bring in my Alolan Ninetales, and out comes a Golbat. Oh my gosh, the spice on this trainer. And I should just be double shielding. Seriously, I really should have just double shielded, because now my Obstagoon is at such a low health here. And I didn't need to save a shield for the Alolan Ninetales, and we're kind of in some trouble here. So I'm gonna shield this one up. I'm gonna throw the Night Slash, but the problem is that they're gonna shield this, and now they're gonna swap into their Obstagoon before we can get any more energy to farm down. And they get to throw a Poison Fang off, which I should be shielding, but I don't shield that either. I just played this game really, really bad. If I would have shielded that, I could have charmed down their Obstagoon and then had energy. And you know, I could have just charmed this guy all the way down too, and then we would have had a Weather Ball to throw. But we misplayed that game very hard. That could have been a win there. So unfortunately, we take the L. Obstagoon and Trevenant, absolutely beautiful lead, right where you want to see the Trevenant, and they are staying in, which probably means they're weak to counter in the back. So I'm assuming they have a Galarian Stunfisk, which means our Swampert is going to go to town. So they let the first one go through, obviously, and I'm just gonna let them throw the C-Bomb here, and then I'm gonna build up one. Oh, I guess they built up a lot of energy, so I should be building up energy here. I'll be throwing 4 more cross shops because they reached their C-Bomb in 5. That way I have loaded energy for whatever wants to come in, and it's a Lantern, which honestly is not the best. So yeah, I just gotta get some damage off on this thing, and since this thing has Surf, I'm gonna come in with a Alolan Ninetales and absorb the energy. Because I think there's still a G-Fisk in the back, that's why I think my Swampert is gonna do a lot better than the Alolan Ninetales, but we'll see what happens. So next Thunderbolt coming in, and I just have to be able to farm down this Lantern here. Honestly, maybe I should have threw energy there, but I'm gonna shield this Surf up just in case. and it is a Diggersby in the back, so I have to get the 4 hydro cannons. We're already at 1 when the lantern came in, so the first one coming in, that gets no shield. It does a lot of damage, and we are at 2, almost at 3, and that was a CMP tie there. So I'm going straight for the hydro cannon, and I have to shield this because I'm only on 1 shield, so my opponent is less likely to bait. But if they did, that probably would have cost us the game. So now I'm at the back-to-back hydro cannons. The first one is going to be taking out the digger, or getting the last shield. The next one is going to be definitely taking out the Diggersby. And from this health range, a surf is not going to KO, so my opponent concedes the match, and that is another game in the books. So next matchup here, Obstagoon into Swampert. I'm gonna stay in this matchup here. They definitely outpaced the hydro cannons, so I'm gonna let the first one go through. I am able to sneak a counter through, which is nice. And then I'm gonna throw one more counter and start throwing my Night Slashes. So I'm gonna shield this one up. So the good thing is I was able to sneak one and then throw in the CMP. So we're actually ahead on 1 energy. They let that first one go through. I'm gonna farm up just a little bit right before they get to the hydro cannon, but they make a great catch on a Drapion, which is honestly fine by me because now I'm just gonna bring in my Swampert after I build up to the Night Slash again. And oh, it's this game I really dinged up this game. So I'm gonna build up to almost 2 hydro cannons. I didn't want to build up any more and get hit with another crunch, because that would have KO'd us. But they end up expending a shield, so now I have to expend a shield. But it's just an Aqua Tail, so honestly, Drapion could have flipped this matchup here. But they do. Oh my gosh, can we make it before we die? And we do! Oh, they should have just thrown the Aqua Tail. That Aqua Tail would have KO'd us. But I blind swap into Obstagoon, and if I just would have let my Swampert go down and brought in my Alolan Ninetales to that Altaria, this game would have been very different. Because now they get this Moonblast off, and they're gonna be able to Hydro Cannon my Swampert or the Altaria, because they were a 1 shot away. So I had the Night Slash, so I could have went into the. Yeah, we just played that game. And the unfortunate part is this Hydro Cannon is almost gonna KO, not quite, and they're gonna Dragon Breath us down before we're able to Mud Shot. So 1 HP, very close game. We could have won that game very easily, but we misplayed that hard. Galarian Stunfisk on the lead. They swap it out into a Venusaur. So a lot of people ask, oh, hey, how do you beat this team with a Venusaur? And we're gonna show you right here. I throw the Night Slash, that gets no shielded, which is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna shield this one up. What I need is them to go down a shield. So I throw one more counter and then I throw my Night Slash, and I'm hoping this gets the shield. If not, then that is perfectly fine by me, but they end up shielding that, which is great. And I tried to catch a Frenzy Plant on my Alolan Ninetales, but I swap into my Alolan Ninetales because a Sludge Bomb does not KO and they're low enough where we can just charm down. And that brings us to a very low health energy, so that Galarian Stunfisk does get minimal farm off and we can do some chip damage. So I decided to bring in my Swampert here just because I think there's a Trevenant in the back. And I'm going to shield up the Earthquake, which is honestly going to be the hardest hitting move here. And I want to see what's in the back, and it's a Sableye in the back. That is absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to build up to the Earthquake, and then I'm going to throw the Hydro Cannon, hoping this gets the shield, which it does. And I'm going to swap right away into my Obstagoon, and we have a Night Slash 2 counters away. This is going to do some nice damage. And if you remember, we almost have the Hydro Cannon locked and loaded. Even if they do throw a return here, then I can just throw a couple more Mud Shots. Honestly, I should have built up, but I totally miscounted on how much energy they had. So I just end up throwing it anyways, and we're going to be able to outpace the Stunfisk, and my opponent knows that, so they quit the matchup. GG's to my opponent there. 3-2 set should have been a 4-1 set. So hopping into the next set here, Obstagoon into Sableye. We're lagging out pretty hard. So I have no idea how much energy this Sableye has, to be honest. So I'm gonna throw the Night Slash here. And I actually end up shielding the return, which is quite questionable because I do live a return and I have another answer with the Alola Ninetales in the back. And I'm thinking back, oh my gosh, you know, I could have won this game if I just swapped in my Alola Ninetales right now, taken a Sludge Bomb. Although we would not have been able to survive it, we would have got some decent damage off with Charm. And I didn't want to go down both shields because I know that Sableye would just wreak havoc. So I really don't know. I end up shielding the Frenzy Plant. We are able to Charm down, but there is a Galarian Stunfisk in the back. So, I mean, I knew there was a G-Fisk in the back when that Venusaur came out. So, my Alola Ninetales would have been useless. And now we're just at the point where we're just gonna lose this game. They're gonna Earthquake, then hard swap in Sableye, and we just don't have enough health here on Swampert to get anything done. So we actually end up taking out that Sableye, and we have the switch clock timer was not up. I was hoping I was able to swap out into my Ninetales and save that Hydro Cannon. Either way, I don't think they would have expended the shield with the Weather Ball damage. And plus, they would have gotten two Rock Slides before. So this game was over anyway. So GG's to my opponent there. This Weather Ball is not going to KO, unfortunately. And they are at another Rock Slide. So, good game. Very well played to my opponent. Nice pick with the Shadow Venusaur. You don't see that very often. So hopping in to the next matchup here, we got Obstagoon into Ninetales. Pretty neutral matchup. I do think due to the raw damage of the Ember, I think Ninetales actually wins this in the 1-to-1 shield, but I'm not 100% sure. We do throw right before they get to that back-to-back Weather Balls, which is nice, so we're gonna get a shield off. I tried catching on my Swampert, but that was a no-go. I'm gonna let this go through. It doesn't KO, but it is gonna get us low enough where both of us are in our range where we can farm each other down. But they end up expending energy, which is fine. I'm gonna let it go through. Come in with the Swampert and load up on energy. But they decide to bring in a Walrein, a Shadow Walrein at that. So I think they're trying to lure out a fighter or something like that, so they can get extra energy. So I end up building up more energy on my Swampert here. I'm gonna throw the Earthquake, hoping this gets no shield. Left, right, good night, Walrein. Oh my gosh, huge damage. And in comes a Medicham, and I know that this game was over, so I'm really glad I did not hard swap into my Alola Ninetales, because now we can just get to the back-to-back Hydro Cannons here. And honestly, after that first Hydro Cannon, I should have just swapped into my Alola Ninetales and we would have been good to go, because we wouldn't have needed to shield anything there. Whereas like now they have so much energy, I have to call something, so I let the first one go through. It is the Dynamic Punch, which they must be running Dynamic Punch Psychic, so I'm gonna safely shield this one up. And that other Ninetales is not at a health range where they're going to be able to farm us down, so that they would have had to throw energy, but they were energy dry considering they just threw it all at Obstagoon. So GG's, good game to my opponent there. Another Obstagoon mirror match. Going straight cross chop in these matches, no baiting here, because if you do run the Night Slash and they no shield it, they live. But my opponent decides to no shield that one, and they see you later, Obstagoon. They decide to bring in a Nidoqueen, which is pretty good. We actually end up getting a shield from the Night Slash, which is amazing for me. So now I bring in my Swampert, and I have a pretty big call to make. Is this the Earth Power or the Poison Fang? I'm gonna shield up. It is the Earth Power, so we make the correct shield play there. And now I'm gonna go for the Hydro Cannon, see what they want to do. They end up shielding that, which is absolutely amazing. And I'm gonna double shield my Swampert just because, well, my Swampert gets the Hydro Cannons really fast, so I know that there's no point in letting it go. Whereas I can take this Nidoqueen out, so my Alola Ninetales doesn't have to see it. So I'm going to build up to the Hydro Cannon because I know Swampert wins CMP. And a Sky Attack is not going to take out Alola Ninetales, so I just have to get this thing into Hydro Cannon range. So with the Charm plus the Weather Ball damage, we should be able to do that. And if you're the Skarmory in this position, once you get to those Sky Attacks, you should be throwing them as soon as possible. Just because this is going to happen. We're almost able to take out that Skarmory with our Alola Ninetales. Charm is just so oppressive. Look at just destroying a Steel type, like that's insane. And we win CMP against the Skarmory. That is going to be taking out GG's to my opponent there. Hopping in to the next match here. Altaria lead. Very hard to deal with. So what I do with these leads is I stay in with Obstagoon here. I do as much damage as I can. And then I come in with the Alola Ninetales. They're going to be at such a low health that it's not really worth them switching out, which is a good play. So I shield once. I'm not going to expend both my shields, but I'm expecting to get to 3 Night Slashes before they get to 2 Sky Attacks, which is absolutely amazing because now this is going to force a shield. And honestly, I could flip switch here, but I really didn't want to expend both shields when I can just farm down with the Alola Ninetales. So I'm going to let this one go through. It could really be anything, but they decide to undercharge that, and it's a Registeel. So I kind of wish I didn't undercharge that. I kind of wish they just, you know, let them take me out. But this is okay too. I mean, I guess we're gonna get this thing low enough. One Zap Cannon is not gonna take us out, so they're actually gonna go for a very, very, very aggressive farm down. And which is completely fine by me because now I'm going to get this thing very, very low to the point where I can almost bring in the Obstagoon to force them to throw energy, or else I'm going to counter them down. And I might make it to another one. Yes, we can. That is absolutely amazing. One more Weather Ball to go here, and that gets the Registeel very, very low. So now they decide to bring in their Altaria. They farm down, which is completely fine because now I bring in my Swampert. And all I have to do is shield once, no matter what it is. I didn't want to get hit with the Focus Blast, and then we just farm all the way down. I should have seen them throwing the Zap Cannon, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm going straight for the EQ. No baiting here. That does big damage on the Lantern, and we just have to get to the back-to-back Hydro Cannons before they reach a Surf or take us out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I think we're at one more mud shot. This is going to be getting the last shield. This is going to be tight. Oh, we get there. This is going to be taking out the Lantern. Good night, Lantern. And that is a good game. Very well played to my opponent. So hopping into the next match here. I do believe this is the last match of the video here. Abomasnow lead, absolutely amazing. Right where you want to see the Abomasnow. I'm going to throw the Cross Chop right away. Because it should have been a CMP, but I'm thinking they're probably just going to go for the Energy Ball here. So I'm going to shield. Honestly, I didn't have to, but I just wanted to preserve some health on my Obstagoon. And I'm really glad I did, because now in comes the Swampert. And I can do some nice damage here. So I decided to throw the Night Slash. Then I swap right away into my Alola Ninetales, because these charms are really oppressive. I'm gonna let the Hydro Cannon go through here, and 2 more charms should do it, but they should be able to reach a Hydro Cannon right about now, which is fine by me because now I'm just gonna come back in with the Obstagoon, farm down, and see what they have in the back. And it's a Sableye, which is absolutely amazing because now we can just honestly save our shield for Swampert, and this is gonna be a good game. Very well played. First Night Slash gets shielded. I got to the second one. I'm not shielding this, even if it was a return. Swampert is going to be able to outpace significantly to the Hydro Cannons. And I do believe their Swampert is Energy Dry too. So I get the second shield, and then I swap right away into my own Swampert, and they concede that match. Absolutely amazing. You love to see it. 4-1 set there. I should have went 4-1 in both my sets, but I really messed up that game. Don't know why I did that, but hey, you know what? Trying to get ahead of the curve, and thinking too much got me the loss. Anyways, let me know in the comments if you are enjoying Great League. If you guys need a team to run, try this team out, or I will think of other teams for everybody to run. Right now I'm trying to climb to Legend, so wish me luck. I wish you all luck on your climb to Legend. 2 weeks, everybody, 2 weeks of Great League, so play hard. Halloween event is coming up, so be sure to play that. That is going to be a very, very fun thing. And if you have any battles that you would like to showcase, I have a link in the description down below. Send them over to me. I will showcase them, shoutcast them, and yeah, well, thank you all for watching. If you are enjoying the content, please leave a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. Comment if you guys want to see anything in the future, and like always, I will see everybody in the next video.